as an official intro to this video, hi guys, I've been getting a lot of people asking me for help with regards to entering into filmmaking, especially in 2024. My advice is to use the DRR strategy: devour, research, and reinvest. So now let's go through each one of them. Number one, devour, or you could say learning as much as you can. Before the equipment enters your hand, you need to have the skill to be able to use that equipment efficiently and well. An example I always share with people is that a project was brought to me some years ago that I should have a look at it and see if I could re-edit it. And when I saw the finished file, I was like, number one, you people shouldn't have used a 5D Mark III to shoot this. You should have used a better camera. Until I received that hard drive and saw the footage for myself, I did not believe that it was a red camera that was used to shoot that. Go to university, and I mean university, YouTube. Unlike a decade ago when some of us started, there is a ton of information, tutorials, and lessons that can help you learn filmmaking. This channel, for example, is one of the very tiny ones amongst other bigger and much information-packed full channels that can teach you a lot about filmmaking. Spend time on YouTube. The time that you're spending to go and be looking at the video and bothering yourself with information that does not concern you, please spend that data and actually go and learn stuff. I myself am partly an alumni or alumnus and current student of YouTube. I still learn from YouTube every day. By the time I had graduated university, I had downloaded and watched 1,500 videos. I'm not over exaggerating, I counted it, on everything that I could find on filmmaking. Some of them were not directly filmmaking, some of them were just more of the creative process, some of them were behind the scenes of movie sets and all of that, but I counted 1,500 videos that I had watched. And if I were to count how many I've watched since then, I don't know. If you like this content, please take a moment to subscribe and drop a comment. Thank you. Number two under learning would be to learn to edit your own work, especially for those of you who may say, oh, I like cinematography, I'm a cinematographer, that's my strength, I only want to shoot. Please learn to edit. All right, learn to edit. There's a ton of tutorials out there. I'm going to do a series of basic editing, like color grading. I'm going to start to do a series in future, but there's a ton of them out there. Please learn to edit your own work, because if you don't do it, if you skip it, you could go a decade into filmmaking and you would not grow. You would think you're growing, but you would not grow because you are not being able to critically review your work as you shot it. So you may have a good editor with you who is able to hide your mistakes and all those things, and then you see the final product and then you're raising your shoulder and you're saying, oh yes, I shot that. The day you will not have that person by your side, the true form, the true state of your skill would show up. And this one is very personal to me because a good colleague of mine, Olajide Victor, he wanted me to edit his short film, and when I looked at the short film, I saw that there were some very serious mistakes that were made, and if I had edited it, I would have hidden all those mistakes and he won't grow. He would think that he's doing a good job. So I told him, hey, you know what, edit this thing yourself. When you get stuck, call me, I'll put you through, but you need to edit it yourself because that's how you will grow. And today Victor is shooting and editing his own stuff. Being able to edit would allow you to review your footage critically. All right, so you'll be able to see your footage is too shaky, maybe you're having difficulty nailing your focus, maybe you are not holding a shot long enough. A good rule of thumb is hold a shot for 5 seconds before you move. So please learn to edit your own work. It is the secret sauce to self-improvement. It would fast track your growth the most, more than any other thing. All right, finally, number three under the devour pillar, in the beginning, try a variety. Experimentation is key, especially in the beginning. You may not necessarily know the area that you are best skilled at if you don't try it. So in the beginning, please try your hands on a variety of projects. Aside the fact that over time you would still narrow down to some of them because the wealth is in the niche, having that variety of projects is still going to open you up to diverse skill sets, to seeing how differently to approach, take a different approach to something that other people, the wedding films is kind of like a niche of its own. You have people who take their experiences in other types of filmmaking and bring it into weddings. For me, when I was doing weddings, I brought in my skill and knowledge from movies like fiction. One of the best compliments I ever got was I was playing a wedding film for a couple, for them to see the way I do mine, for them to know whether I was the best fit for them. And one of their fathers was there, and he saw it and was like, is that a movie or an actual event? And for me, that was, oh wow, like I've done my work. The fact that it felt like a movie as opposed to a typical event. So I'm just using that as an example of why you should try a variety of stuff, and then you can always bring a little bit of that into whatever it is that you are going to now focus on moving down the road.